So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the end. And it's been one hell of a journey. But let's not be sad at this point in time. We can be sad later. Okay, for now, let's get into what actually happened in this episode. And it was quite a lot. So get ready. So the episode begins with Oliver narrating about himself as being Spectre. But then he also gives us a line that says basically, I will always be Green Arrow. And that kind of brings a smile to my face, I'm not gonna lie. So then we see a flashback to season 2 of Arrow, where Oliver's mom got stabbed in the chest by Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, aka the best character on the damn show. And but in this version of reality, because Oliver decided to change his whole damn life, he actually breaks out of his bonds and actually tackles Slade to the floor and beats his ass. So Moira is alive. And I don't really mind it, to be honest. It's okay. Honestly, don't mind it at all. I like Moira. Good enough. Anyway, then we move on, and then we see that Moira's alive in present day. So, yay! Wasn't for nothing. And then we see like a whole ass documentary thing going on about Oliver's life. And everybody's crying and sad because, you know, their homeboy's dead. But, you know, it's not all bad. And the last person getting interviewed is John. And then he talks to Renee. And apparently there's no crime in Star City. Because Oliver has been fighting crime for like 8 damn years. And he's had enough of this shit. He's just like, if I'm gonna die, I've had enough. Enough of this damn crime. This is gonna be the safest damn place on Earth. That's actually kind of hilarious. After that, we see the whole team is back together, and Roy's back, you know, yeah boy, and he has a new metal arm, so you know he's twice as badass as before. And they all toast to Oliver with Brochness, and that's how you say it, not some other ass. I don't know how you say that damn word, but that's not it. It's Brochness. And it translates to like strength or resilience or something like that. Brochness. That's how you say it. Get it right. Anyway, and then all the people, they're just like, hey, yo, what's up? How you doing? You know, saying hi to each other. And everybody's getting promotions. Dinah's fun to be chief of police. Friggin' Renee's fun to be mayor, which is probably the dumbest decision the city will probably ever make. But, you know. And, you know, everybody's happy and chilling except for Diggle, because Diggle is still sad that his homeboy is, you know, dead. So then we see a flashback to season 1. You know, the badass season where Oliver was straight up just shooting dudes in the throat. And, you know, he's pretty badass, you know. And then we see another flashback of Oliver's dad shooting himself in the face. So that hasn't changed, so he's still dead. And it turns out that it's actually Mia's dreaming about a memory that Oliver has, which is hella bizarre. What the hell was that? It was hella weird. Why is she having memories about... whatever. Moving on. Anyway, she wakes up, and then Sarah's staring at her sleep. So, you know, not creepy at all. And then Mia's just like, yo, what you do in my house? And then Sarah's just like, hey, chill out, bro. I'm here to take you to your dad's funeral. And so Mia's just like, dope. Let's biggity bounce. And then we see Diggle, and my boy is finally doing the salmon ladder. We've been waiting for 8 years for this man with his big ass muscles to do the damn salmon ladder, and he finally did it. Hells yeah, bro. Do it for the fans. Anyway, then Roy's just like, hey, yo, you trying to get this tattoo? And Dinah's just like, hells yeah. So they do that whole Marco Ford bullshit that did nothing. I don't know why they even mentioned it, to be honest, but whatever. After that, we see Mia, and she's like typing on the computer, and then Dinah goes to talk to her about some spin-off bullshit that doesn't matter because I don't care. And then William gets kidnapped again, twice. He got kidnapped last episode and this episode. This man, like, damn, man, how's he not dead? This man's been kidnapped more than anybody, I swear. But no, it's young William, so apparently, you know, this boy doesn't like sitting home. He's just like, I'm gonna just go out, and get myself kidnapped, because why the hell not? So everybody's put on alert, and everybody's coming back in order to find William. And Thea's back, and she's angry at Roy because Roy kind of left last season. He just sort of like dipped. And she's like, bro, like, this is a horrible time for an apology. We'll talk later. So, they're gonna talk later. Who cares? Then after that, Felicity comes back. Yay! I've missed her so much. I'm about to cry. I hate her so much. Anyway, then she says something. It actually kind of made me laugh about how horrible a mother she's gonna be. Because as she's like hacking on the computer or whatever, she's like, oh, it's a good thing I put a tracking device into my son. I'm not even joking. That's what she said. Bro. Oh my goodness, damn son, that's just, oh boy. But the tracking device doesn't work, and they have to go find his ass like normally on foot. So Roy and Thea, they go off to look for William, and then Roy does some flips, and Thea's just like, damn, you be looking good, boy. And then Roy's just like, hey Thea, you trying to get married? And Thea's just like, what now? What you talking about, fam? And then Roy's just like, come on, will you marry me or not? And then Thea's just like, bro, you gotta give me time to think. I just saw you do a flip, and that was like hella sexy, and you just confused me in the head. So he gonna give her some time to think. Anyway, then we see Diggle and Lila, and then Lila's like freaking out, having like a meltdown because she's like, John, like, you put our family back together. We gotta go rescue his son. Crap like that. And then John's just like, don't worry, fam, we'll find William. It's all good. Oh yeah, that's right, Ragman. Ragman is back. I totally forgot about him. So you remember the dude from 5 episodes from season 5 with the spooky ass clothes? Yeah, well, he's back, and he does some spooky stuff with it. And then Renee's just like, damn dude, you scurry as hell. And Ragman's just like, you're right, I am. And then they talk about some stuff. And then, yeah, that's basically it. So the person to actually find William is actually Mia. And she's dressed as Green Arrow. And yes, she is as stupid as she looks. And then she's just like, oh, stop. Some random dude who kidnapped William. So basically the random ass dude who kidnapped William is from Oliver's flashback. And, oh yeah, let me explain the flashbacks. So basically, the whole time in the flashback land, Diggle was trying to convince Oliver not to shoot people in the face, because this was during season 1. And then Oliver's just like, nope. And this random ass dude who kidnapped William used to traffic people, human trafficking and all that. So Oliver was going to shoot him in the face. And then he goes to his factory or whatever. And then we have like a 5-minute action sequence. It is long and it is awesome. It's one of the best Arrow's ever had. I'm serious. It just keeps going. It's like awesome. And Oliver's like hella brutal. Like, he just shooting dudes in the face. He don't give a damn. Because there's this one shot where he threw this dude down the stairs, and the dude just like, please don't shoot me. And Oliver's just like, whoosh, and shot him like right in the freaking throat. It was awesome. So anyway, he catches up to the dude, but he decides not to shoot him in the face. He just decides to throw his ass in prison. Now in present day, that one random ass dude is trying to throw William off a roof because he was in prison. I don't know. And then this is what made me laugh, because Mia tries to be intimidating, and it was the funniest thing. I literally burst out laughing at this, because she's trying to be intimidating. She's like, put him down, that sort of thing, but her voice cracked in the middle of it, and I was laughing so damn hard because it was just like, come on, you trying to be intimidating? Who you trying to intimidate, girl? You're like 80 pounds. I could probably kick your ass with one hand. Anyway, it was hilarious, but she does manage to rescue her brother, so everything's pretty chill there. Then she takes William back to the bunker, and then she's teaching him stuff about the bow, whatever. And then Sarah, for some reason, comes up to Felicity, and she's just like, yo, that's your daughter. And Felicity's just like, what? Oh no, what's it gonna be? And then Sarah's just like, yo, you should probably go talk to her, And then Felicity's just like, nah, She kind of looks like a bitch. That's not exactly what she said, but she might have. She should have. I'll laugh my ass off. But yeah, not even Felicity wants to beat up with her dumbass daughter. So then we see Roy and Thea. And Thea's just like, yo flips be looking hella nice, bro. And she's just like, I'll marry you, but you got to do a flip every single day. And then Roy's just like, I got you, fam. And then we see ya boy, Quentin Lance. He's back from the dead too, bitches. And he's talking to Laurel. And Laurel has a dumbass haircut. I don't know what the hell they did to her head, but damn, it looks stupid. Anyway, she talks to Quentin, and she's like, it's my fault that Earth 1 Laurel is still dead. This is their way of justifying the fact that Laurel is not, alive. And she's like, she has kind of like survivor's guilt, I think. She's like, oh, if I wouldn't have been here, like, Laurel would have still been alive and stuff like that. And then Quentin's just like, don't worry about it, fam, it's all good. And that's that. So now that the mission is over and William is rescued, everybody just starts, to decide like, hey, let's just move away. We got nothing better to do. So Dinah decides to go someplace. Diggle says that he wants to go to what was that place called? Metropolis. To like chill with Superman. And Renee is gonna be mayor. So that's that. Then we see the unveiling of like Oliver's statue, and Quentin is there, and Quentin's just like, yo, I was Oliver's enemy for the first like 3 seasons, but then me and him became homeboys, so it's all good. And then he gives us a statue, and everybody's crying because it's all sad, but the statue looks pretty cool, so good for him. Then at Oliver's funeral, we see Emiko come up, Oliver's dumbass Asian sister from last season, and she walks up to Moira. And if you know what happened last season, this is actually pretty hilarious, because Moira's just like, hey, what's up, we family now, you can come over to the house anytime you want. And I burst out laughing too. It was supposed to be like a nice heartwarming scene, but I burst out laughing because of what happened last season. Anyway, Tommy's alive, ya boy. And he's talking to Laurel. Then he's just like, oh, I used to be married to Earth 1 Laurel, but not anymore, because she's dead. And hey, look, Nyssa and Talia al Ghul came to Oliver's funeral for reasons. And Talia has like burn marks on her face, and I don't really remember how she got those. Not gonna lie. And then Talia's just like, oh, yo, I'm sorry that your husband, died. And then her sister's just like, oh, we weren't even married. It wasn't even that big of a deal. And, they try to make a joke, but it wasn't funny. Anyway, and then, ya boy, Barry comes, and he's just like, yo, I'm sorry that Oliver's dead. And he's talking to Felicity, and everybody's all crying, and it's all sad. But, your boy came to pay his respects, so, that's pretty cool. And what made me laugh was the fact that Supergirl is also there. But she doesn't even get one line. She doesn't even get one line, and that's hilarious to me. She just comes over to hug somebody, and that's it. But, ya boy, Anatoly gets a line. He just sort of looks at the casket, and he's just like, there is no body in there, no? It's hella funny to me that Anatoly got a line, but Supergirl didn't. Anyway, it's supposed to be sad. Why am I laughing? Then they all join hands because, I don't know. And everybody's crying, and then John gives a eulogy, and it's, pretty sad. We're moving on from, Arrow. And this is sort of like both a eulogy to both the show Arrow and, Green Arrow himself, and I'm feeling sad. Anyway, then we see people, move on with their lives and stuff like that. Mia goes back to the future, because who gives a damn? And then we see probably the most important thing of all. Diggle becomes Green Lantern. My boy, it finally happened. I can't believe it. My boy finally got his damn ring. He better go off with Superman and be flying around with his green costume. I don't give a damn if he even looks like Ryan Reynolds. My boy better. I swear, if y'all just teasing me with this, I'm gonna be so damn mad. He deserves the damn ring. Give it to him. And anyway, at the end, we see Felicity in the future. And she has that dumbass mom haircut. And the monitor is somehow alive again. I don't know what happened to him because last time I saw him, he exploded. But he's alive, and he's just like, yo, Felicity, you trying to come to heaven or whatever? And Felicity's just like, yeah, sure, why not? So she goes in there, and it's like an office building, and she's young again, which is weird. But, she's young again, so... And then Oliver's there, and he's just like, hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? And then they kiss. And then they sort of, stare out the window for a little bit. And that's pretty much it. That's how the show Arrow ends. And honestly, I couldn't be happier. Why? Because Felicity's finally dead! Yes! I have waited so long for this. She's finally dead. That's not the point. I'm sorry. It's my own personal bias. But anyway, she's dead, and I'm happy. And Oliver's also happy. And what made me laugh is the fact that Oliver says this line. That's and he's basically in heaven, right? And he says this line, right? He's just like, oh, I saw you this one time before I saw you, or whatever the hell he said. And then Felicity's just like, what are you talking about? And Oliver's just like, don't worry, we have all the time now to talk. And I was thinking to myself, yo, you sure this is heaven? Because that sounds more like a hell to me, if you don't mind me saying. She sucks, I hate her, and I'm glad she's dead. Anyway, that's it. That's how the show ends. And then basically we pan out, and then we see Queen Consolidated. And that's the show. It ended. And I'm feeling sad. But, those are really kind of my overall thoughts on the show, because I'm sad because I started this journey with Arrow. I started all the way from season 1. And for me, as soon as I saw, Oliver snap that dude's neck, I was like this, instantly entranced with the show, And I followed it all the way, even through like season 3 and 4, when it was at its lowest. I still stuck with that show because I loved it so much, But, and I'm sad to see it go, but honestly, I'm pretty sure this is the best time he could have gotten, The show ended. It didn't get canceled. It didn't get canned. It wasn't, short-lived or whatever. They got the ending that they wanted, and I'm glad, Now it'd be sad seeing that the show is not going to be on air anymore. And no, I'm not watching the spin-off because the spin-off is dumb. And honestly, I really don't know how to feel. I feel like I need to collect my thoughts over, how this is going to go, honestly. I don't know what the future is for the Arrowverse. I don't know anything at this point. Because my boy Oliver is dead. So I honestly don't know what to feel. Because Arrow sort of started a revolution for superhero TV shows, if you think about it. Because without Arrow, we probably would have gotten Daredevil and darker TV shows of that nature. And honestly, it really did it created its own universe, right? We've gotten all these shows spun off from Arrow because Arrow was such a hit. And honestly, I can't thank it enough. Thank you for all the people who worked on it. Thank you for Stephen Amell. Honestly, you guys have given us a great show, and I'll be eternally grateful for it. Thank you for that. And honestly, that's really my thoughts for now. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.